the Conscious Kingdom YouTube series, Ubuntu. It is a series where I will be interviewing Black business owners, and we'll just be talking about their experience, their history, and just giving some tidbits to help other Black business owners during their come up. Ubuntu is a South African term that means I am because we are. So yes, Conscious Kingdom is a business in itself, but I wanted to use my platform to highlight other Black businesses because together we will win. It's all about collaborative, not competition. So today our interviewee that we have is Miss Saffiyah Ashanti.
Hello everyone, I am Saffiyah Ashanti, owner and operator of Ashantis Hair Studio and certified licensed educator for the state of Virginia. In Sassy City, I sell bundles and hair products out of Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Okay, perfect. So could you just tell us a little bit about your experience? When did you start doing hair? When were you certified, and just how your start elevated you to where you are now?
It's funny that you asked that question. I think I was just talking about this the other day. I feel like a lot of my inspiration behind me wanting to do hair came from my mom. Like growing up, my mom I have 3 sisters, 2 of which I grew up with, and my mom did what was the most convenient. She didn't, it wasn't about style or anything like that. It was about convenience. So she braided our hair, and it didn't matter that I was older than them. It just mattered that it was convenient and it was neat and it was done.
I think we all understand that.
Getting into high school, but still having the same hairstyle as your elementary school little sisters, I had to figure out something. So I just started braiding too, and then I started, going into different designs and playing with weave, and then it just kind of went from there.
Okay. And as of now, you are currently located in Virginia Beach.
Well, actually, I take that back. I'm located in Norfolk, Virginia, inside of the Military Circle Mall. I'm working inside of Jazzy Hair Salon right now, where I'm a subcontractor in the mall.
But tell us a little bit about your travels and some of the places you've been contracted to and things that you've done outside of just the Hampton Roads area.
I love to travel, so I figured I would use my platform to get me where I needed to go. When I was young, I used to say, you know what, I'm going to go in the military so I can go all around the world and I can travel and see the country, and I realized that I was really not about that life. So I said, you know what, I'm licensed, I went to school for this, and this is my passion, so I'm going to capitalize on everything that my license allowed me to do. So I took that opportunity to reach out to people that I know that were doing shows in other states and places like that, and just to get my foot in the door, behind the scenes to do hair. So I had a friend that were doing shows with New York Fashion Week, and he invited me and my glam squad. I have a glam squad. He invited me and my glam squad up to New York, and that was like our interview process. So we come up, we do a good job. We had to be professional. We had to show ethics. We had to understand the business and the atmosphere that we were in. And once, if they liked the work that we did, then that was our process to move further. We got up there. They liked our work. From there, it took off. The funny thing about it is that was just the beginning. Like, I met a model who was from the Virgin Islands, who I actually got opportunities to go to the Virgin Islands. So it was like from there, it became like a stepping stone. And it just took off, and I love it. I have people that I work with. I mean, very, very professional, trained people who love what they do, who travel with me all around the country to do these different shows, and it's fun. It's fun. Anybody, for any stylist that want to take their career to the next level, they have to get out of where they are. Step outside of the box.
There you go. And that speaks to the power of networking. Like she said, she did New York Fashion Week, which introduced her to another person that took her here and there. So always keep that in mind as a business owner, and especially as a Black business owner.
Right.
And just speaking of that, what does Black entrepreneurship mean to you? How has it enhanced your life?
Once I realized that this is my passion, this is my career, this is my business, this is what I really do, For me, it means now it's kind of like passing the torch. I need to be creating an opportunity that is not just something that I can have right now, something that is going to put money in my pocket right now, but something that when I'm gone, it can be income for my child, or it can be income for my nieces or my nephews, or my sisters or my brothers, or a friend, or somebody that's close to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
the purpose, or my main definition of entrepreneurship is really creating a foundation that carry on, like a legacy. But this is, we want to create an empire, a real empire, not just, we have a name and an insurance policy that carries on. No, we want to carry businesses. My daughter wants to be an anesthesiologist. She don't want to have nothing to do with hair whatsoever. But please believe these businesses, she going to know how to run every last one of them. Even if she never worked in these businesses, she's going to know how to run these businesses. And she's still going to be able to profit off these businesses. Even when she become an anesthesiologist, she's still going to be able to profit off these businesses. That work ethic, and if she have any children, I'm trying to create that foundation that she can pass on, and they can pass on. That this is something that's going to be ours. Nobody can take this from us. So that's what, to me, entrepreneurship means, is that's basically creating that foundation for the next generation. Creating a way or a platform so that they can understand, and then they can move and strive and understand that it's not just going out, going to school, get a job, securing a job. It's about laying that foundation, planting that seed. That's what entrepreneurship is about.
Yes, that's dope. That's dope. So specifically, because hair is your thing, and not to mention, y'all, I have them tied up today, but she slays my locks. This is my loctician, Miss Susan, takes care of me. So just to speak more to natural hair, and I know you are multifaceted and can do all things, but just there is sort of a natural hair trend boom that's going on right now. It's kind of the new thing, which it has its advantages, but there is a downside to it, because I feel like there is a lot of unhealthy practices, unfortunately, because it isn't something that a lot of us haven't grown up learning how to do our own natural hair. I know that sounds insane, but we all know it's true. So just personally, from the mouth of a stylist, can you tell us what are some of the best tips for taking care of natural hair, some of the best products? I mean, just speak to that.
Okay. And it's funny that this is a very good question, because this is what's going on right now. And I know that I could probably get a lot of flack, because there are some people who just believe in what they believe in. But the fact of the matter is, when it comes to this whole, for one, us as Black people, it seems like we are so gullible to jump on something. We want something. We want to be connected and defined with something so bad, but we take the wrong thing to jump on. Natural hair, we all was born with this hair. We all had natural hair. So when we were raised up, this is what our mama was doing to our hair already. And then we didn't have all this extra products and this extra weave. She was going, she was shampooing our hair, she was conditioning our hair, and she was greasing our scalp and maybe trimming our ends every now and then. We didn't get a whole lot of blowing out, a whole lot of chemicals. So we know how to do natural hair. When they advertise that there's a trend and everybody want natural hair, really think about you. Stop to yourself and think about that question. You were born with that hair, so why is it that you don't know what to do with it? Why is it now a big trend? Why is it that because somebody decided to advertise it or tell you that now your hair that you was born with is beautiful, and now you should want to rock your hair? Now you want to rock your hair. No, it's the whole misconception is, for one, it's all in understanding in yourself. Once you understand yourself, then it's no craze. We've been dealing with natural hair all our life. Yes. Okay, this is not a craze. This is not a craze. I'm a licensed stylist, certified educator, but I understand hair, and I teach healthy hair to every one of my clients that sit in my chair. And what I let them understand is, I'm not knocking any of these YouTube stylists or any of these at-home stylists. Do your thing, because we all started somewhere. But at the same time, there is knowledge that you can also, the same way you're on YouTube watching this lady do this hairstyle, you can also look up different textures of hair. And what we need to understand is it's like we are so gullible to a lot of things that anybody can tell us anything. And if it sounds good, we will believe it. Okay, what we need to learn to do is research for ourselves what we need to know. We have people out here making up textures of hair, and I'm just like, where did this come from? What is this 4C and all of this?
Because that literally did not exist a few years ago.
Right.
It was like, but now there's 4C,
I've been doing hair since I was 11.
AC,
like I said, my mom, for one, we never had problem with growing hair. Me and none of my sisters, we never had a problem with growing hair. You know, I just like to do, I'm a stylist. I like to be different with my hair. So my hair, I can cut it off, and by the end of the next 2 weeks, I'll have my hair back. It's just, that's what I do because that's me. You know what I'm saying? But it's not because I want to fit into what society think. No, it's me. I'm comfortable in my own skin. So really, you see, my hair is bald right here, okay? Because I'm comfortable. I am comfortable. This is a whole braid, and if I take this braid down, it's bald. So I'm comfortable in me. I just like I like trendy things, but I know who I am, and I know that underneath this, I got a whole bunch of natural hair. That if I wanted to rock it, I can rock it comfortably without worrying about, oh, is this a 4C, 7C? No, it's natural hair, and it's a kinky, curly texture. I don't know what is 4C. Like, this is people who are uneducated. You know, we have a lot of people who jumping on the bandwagon. Now that everybody's being natural, now we have natural stylists. Well, a natural stylist should be a cosmetologist, right? Somebody who actually understands all hair types. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's the first thing you learn if you're going to school and you're being educated on hair. But for us, we know this because this is our hair, so we know what to deal with. Stop looking at YouTube and thinking that your hair is like her hair, because that's not the case. You know that's not the case.
Right.
You understand? So we have to educate ourselves. Like, don't just take everybody's word and run for what they say. You know your hair is not like that. You've never heard your mother say you had 4C, 5C, 7C. Like, when did this come into play? Seriously, I really want to know when I start. And I've had people to debate me on this issue, and I'm thinking, well, maybe it's a different states. Maybe they do. These are the rules in different states. Maybe these are how they teach things in different states. One thing I've learned about state board is it's pretty much clean cut across the board, in all 50 states. It's pretty much, you might have some differences here and there about technique maybe, and maybe chemical wise and certain things like that, but pretty much technique wise and practical wise, it's pretty much clean cut all the way across the board. So,
and I'm glad you mentioned the state boards. I know in our communities, there's always shorty girl, homegirl up the street that know how to braid. We all go to her, but she's never, taken, and not knocking her, because we all get our money in different ways. But for someone like that who has in their mind all of the experience and all of the knowledge as well, because they feel like I've been braiding since I was 12, as an educator and as a stylist with so many years, would you encourage that person to pursue the education side of it, or should they more so look into just, because I feel like a lot of the young stylists coming up are focused more on, I'm gonna just get a business, I'm gonna build my brand, minus the education. So what's your take on that?
Honestly, you can't really build a business until you're educated. Like, it's one thing, when I started out, I felt like me learning hair and understanding hair is something that was a given talent. But I didn't have all the knowledge. I just knew how to, I'm a visual person. If I see you do it, I can pick up on it. That didn't mean that I knew how to take care of your hair. I knew how to braid. I knew how to do whatever I seen you do. But that didn't mean that I knew how to take care of your hair after your hair was done. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to you being at home and doing your hair, you have to understand where you want to go with this career. Because it's a lot of people who are doing hair at home who have very good God-given talents. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't want to take it no further. They don't want to do that. It's just because it come easy and it's quick dollars. I'm only doing it for the moment. So once you understand what side of the fence you want to be on, is it just a hustle for you, or if you really want to take it to the next level and become a business, then that's when you got to start strategizing and prioritizing with how you're going to get that to the next level. Okay, if you want to take it outside of being in the house, then yes, you do need to go to school, because when you're in the house, you're not educated, so you don't know all of the rules. For one, you're illegal. You're doing it. You're not supposed to be technically. I'm not knocking anybody, but by law, if anybody was to tell on you, the city could find you, and you can actually be jailed. So you have to be careful. And at the end of the day, if you want to establish yourself as a business, you don't need that hassle. And after a while, you want the respect. You want people to respect your business. You want people to respect your time. You want people to respect your craft. So it's like, you have to respect yourself, and then you want that separation. If you're doing it at home, you need your peace of mind. When you come home, you do not need to be bombarded with clients in your living room. If you're at home, you need, once you get a business established, you need that peace of mind. You need your home to be home and your business to be your business.
Yes.
And it has to be a completely separation. Once you establish you want to be on that business side, go to school, get an education, partner up with somebody, go get into an apprentice program, because that's going to help you understand the full knowledge of a cosmetologist outside of just doing a hard wrap or some finger waves or sewing or some box sprays or something of that. It's deeper than that, because honestly, when it comes to going to state board, you don't have to do any of that. You're not doing sew-ins to go to state board. You're not doing finger waves at state board. You're not doing any hard wraps or crochet braids or any of that. So it's like all the stuff that you see on YouTube is not what you need to make you a certified person. So it's like, I'm not knocking that system, but if you want to take yourself to the next level, you got to think outside of the box and think beyond. You looking at all of these top stylists and wondering how they're making it because they took themselves outside of the box and they wanted to separate themselves from the norm. So you got to want to take yourself out of the norm.
Yes, and she has a very good point there. We have to invest in ourselves. You can't just say, you may have clients that come to you, you braid all your little cousin's hair and you're going to get that money. But it's about investing in yourself. And as Black business owners, just like we are as Black people in life, we always have to be 10 steps ahead of everything. So you want to be legitimate. You want to have that notoriety of knowing that, like she stated, you are accredited. You've been, licensed. You have, the longevity speaks for itself.
Exactly.
It speaks for itself.
Exactly. And then I feel like
us,
as Black people, we already have so many strikes against us. So it's like, why do we want to keep giving them the fuel and the ammunition to keep stereotyping us, to keep profiling us, to keep putting us in certain categories? Like, come out on top, already have your stuff together, so when they come at you, you know what you're talking about. You look like you know what you're talking about. So even if they didn't see it or they might have misjudged you, when they speak to you, they know that you know what you're talking about. And then they have to come back and apologize, or they have to have a rebuttal, and they have to, make it right. You make them respect you. That's what you have to do. And we're so scared. We want power so bad, but we scared to get it. Don't even realize the real power that we actually have. You understand? Right. And it's like, we have to get this back. And I will talk about this all day, every day to everybody, because I feel like now is the time. This is the awakening. This is the awakening, whether you believe it or not. This is the awakening. And while y'all worried about the wrong stuff, you need to be focusing on us and what we got going on. It's a lot of distractions, but it's a lot going on. We got to focus on us, our houses, our schools, our jobs. We got to get us up. And if this takes this to start the dialect, and however you receive it, this is what it's going to have to take. The conversation needs to continue to go on.
Absolutely. And just to speak to that, I always like to ask this question just to see what everyone thinks. In your opinion, knowing, you obviously have the knowledge of everything you've obtained through your career and just the knowledge that you have as a queen that you are, what is your ideal image of what society would look like for us as Black people, as melanated people? What's your ideal community consist
Honey,
of?
I always go back to the Black Wall Street. Like, if we could get our stuff together, they don't understand. The Black Wall Street would just be a little dot on the map if we could get our stuff together and we could really unite how the Black Wall Street, how they were in Tuscan, and we could unite and come together like that across the country, across the world. You don't even understand the power, the take back that we have. We were already feared. You don't even understand. We're feared. Yes. If we had that power, we understood. Everybody need to research. If you don't know about it, look it up. The Black Wall Street. Like, that was power. The money stayed within our hands. We all were in business. We created our own opportunities. We had our own everything. You understand? Yes. So that's what the ideal in my mind. That's ideal for me and my people and what I see. Yeah. I don't see it no other way. Why not?
Absolutely.
And I think it can happen, but it's going to take the dialect. It's going to take for whoever's watching, whoever listening to this, to talk to your homegirl, talk to your homeboy, talk to your husband, your wife, your grandma, your aunts, the children, especially the children, mainly the children. You understand? Get their brains brewing now. Don't force it on them. Just talk about it. Casual conversation. Right now, with the way things is going in the world, this is a perfect time to start the conversation.
Yes, it's all around us. So you're absolutely right about that. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. And even at the center, the nucleus of what was Black Wall Street was Black entrepreneurship. So we are starting something here. We are starting something. So all of the gems that you're hearing in this interview and all of the interviews to come, definitely take them to heart. I'm always available for questions. This queen is very resourceful. Her door is always open. I've known her for years, and she's always been open and willing to help whoever may need it. Just because I love everything that you have going with Ashanti's Glam Squad and Sassy City. It's amazing. Everything ties in. You're always so professional. Work is always on point. I just love it. What can we expect from you 5 to 10 years from now? Where do you see, the Glam Squad going? What continents do you plan to hit? And just, where do you see yourself going?
I'm trying to go everywhere I can go before Trump decides to not let us go nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if I can go in all 50 something countries in Africa, I would love to. You understand me? If I could travel every foot of this earth, I would definitely love to. Like, trust me, look for me in your local city, but honey, check for me over there in Morocco. Yes. I'm trying to go to Morocco, okay? I'm trying to be international.
Absolutely.
So, you got some people over there, somebody watching from Africa or over, I'm talking about, Caribbean, I love my people, but that's just so typical for us. That's the first place we want to go. I'm sorry to say it. Everybody, look, my island people, y'all know I love y'all. But it's so typical. So I'm taking it. I want to go on the other side. So that's where we ain't never trying to go. We don't see them deals on Groupon. So that's where I'm really trying to, I've talked to a couple of people, and that's where I'm trying to expand Ashanti's Hair Studio.
Absolutely.
That's where I'm really trying. My goal in the next 5 years is to really be an international brand.
Absolutely. And it is very obtainable because all that you need to succeed is already within you, Queen. You already have the blueprint. The greatness is in your DNA. She's going places. I'm going with her. Because together we will win. All right, and of course, Conscious Kingdom it's culture plus consciousness. So I'm always about my hip hop, my all of that. So I have to ask, what is your absolute all-time favorite hip hop song?
This was a funny question. Because I have a lot of favorite songs. My all-time, hands down favorite song, honestly, is Nas and Lauryn Hill, If I Rule the World. And those are like my two dopest artists in the world. But I have to say, I have a little ratchet side. And Juvenile and the Hot Boys back that ass up.
Hey, it's for the culture. It's for the culture. It's for the culture.
Honey, it's for the culture. For the 99. And that was my era. That was my era. So, honey, I remember like yesterday.
I love it. And just before we wrap up, just the last question that I have for you. What is a quote or mantra, something that you say to yourself to keep yourself encouraged, or something that has a lot of significance to you and who you are, that just means the most, that stands out for you? A quote or a mantra or a saying?
Take it off the wall.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Please share with us.
So I have my quote actually here, sitting here. And it says, there can be no black power without a black economic structure, and there will never be a black economic structure without black unity.
Yes.
Okay?
I love it.
This is on the wall. So this is on the wall in my house. This is what I see every day. This is what I talk about every day. I know some people, I have friends, I've lost friends because I talk too much about us coming together. You understand that?
Those aren't friends. You're just shedding energies that aren't going through this evolution with you, Queen, and that's perfectly fine. That's a whole nother interview.
I'm happy, but I'm happy. I don't even mind. I feel like I don't even care if I spread this knowledge. I feel like I've planted the seed, whether you received it now or it take 5 or 6 years.
Absolutely.
The seed has been planted. So,
absolutely.
And that's done. And I'm peaceful with whatever happened after that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Y'all give it up. This is again Saffiyah Ashanti, owner. You know what? I'll just let you run down everything, and then also tell us where we can find you, where we can find Sassy City, everything online and everywhere.
So we are on Facebook at Ashantis, ASHANTIS Hair Studio, and Instagram at Ashantis Hair Studio. We have Sassy City, where you can find all of the virgin hair and the hair care products. We sell some little accessories, the little shades for you little sassy girls. That's Sassy City, Sassy SASSY.bitcartel.com.
Okay.
Get your products.
And this is actually some of her work right here that we
yes,
have in the
I make custom wigs. Yes, I do.
For all my natural
yes,
mommies, if you don't want to, throw some of those straight back, set it off braids on, get you one of these and
for
be
my
out
military
here, girl.
mommies, for my military mommies who get tired of that regular.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking.
And again, Queen, if you could just tell us where we can find you, where you're located, all of your social media, everything online, just tell us where we can get in touch with you.
Well, if you're in the 757 DMV, Virginia Beach, Norfolk area, you can find me inside of Jazzy Hair, located inside the Military Circle Mall in Norfolk, Virginia. Or you can find me social media, Facebook and Instagram at Ashantis Hair Studio, ASHANTIS Hair Studio. Don't forget that S. Sassy City is where I sell custom wigs, I sell bundles, hair care products, and some accessories for you little sassy girls that wear shades. I have a glam squad. You can find me on Instagram at Ashantis Glam Squad. Ashantis Glam Squad on Instagram and Facebook. Everything that it is for Facebook is the same thing for Instagram.
All right, perfect. So it should be definitely very easy to find you in case we need to get in touch with you.
Just Google me.
Yes, just Google her. This is, renowned, y'all. New York Fashion Week. She's traveled. She does this years and years in the game. Again, thank you, Queen, for your time. I'm so grateful that you agreed to do this with me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime, anytime. And again, this is Conscious Kingdom on YouTube with the series Ubuntu. Remember, I am because we are. It is all about collaboration over competition. Yes. We come together because together we will win.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.